This is Dr. David Schein, and welcome to Business Law 101.
So, as we move along in the slides, one of the questions becomes up, what about how do we make a decision? And let's think about the grandma case from this past week. Is within it, the many different issues, and again, the case was written to make you think about all of the different stakeholders that who have a stake in what happens with the Pierce Elevated and with mass transit and with the people on the ground, the businesses around it, all of the different factors. And so one of the parts of that is something called ethical issue intensity. And this is where people tend to put their emphasis. It doesn't mean that's the most important thing ethically. It's the thing that people perceive as the most important. Lately, we've had a big push towards those through the two big acronyms, right? ESG and DEI. And so it's environmental, social, and governance, ESG, diversity, equity, inclusion. I was at a conference this morning at the new Ion Center, and Methodist Hospital has just opened a big innovation center at the Ion, and their big kickoff this morning, I attended that, and it was very interesting because DEI did come up, not a surprise. You're talking about, that's an important consideration. One of the things to share with everybody on the call today is one of the big pushes in the presentation and all that was the increasing participation of women in medicine. They mentioned a statistic. First time I've heard this, 54% of current students in medical school are female. As far as I know, that is the first time women have passed the 50% point, because they were, in many professions, women were equal to men, but not in medical school. And it sounds like that barrier has now been broken. So you're going to see more involvement of women across. That'll prepare more women, of course, to move into administrative and senior positions in medical companies and things like that. So it's a very interesting development. So he specifically talked about the increasing participation of women in the medical industry, in inventions, and so forth. So some things to look forward to as we move forward into the rest of the 21st century.
This is Dr. David D. Schein for Business Law 101. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform.